On EA Sports. We are at United Center in the Windy City. Tonight, the Chicago Bulls taking on the Detroit Pistons. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at your former team, the Bulls. Coming into play, they're rested. They're ready to go. And they'll have home court advantage to begin here in games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
It's AD for 2. The jumper's off the mark. Shot from in close, no good. From the outside, no good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Goes to the right side. Porter buries it on the catch and shoot.
I mean, does he have eyes in the back of his head or what? I get paid money to watch and study this game daily. Even I didn't see that angle.
Rose to Korver. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable. And almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
To Young. 4-3. And he buries it.
They got him in the first round to do exactly that. Make tough shots and help them win games.
It's Detroit's ball. And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Griffin to Rose. Derrick Rose missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Count the basket at the rim.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
To Korver. Rose on the drive, but it won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
To Young. Going to launch beyond the arc. Rebound to Detroit. The possession in favor of Detroit. Alonzo Trier to Griffin. Here comes the screen. Alonzo Trier to Rose. Derrick Rose. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
That's what happens when you don't force shots. They were patient, they used almost the entire shot clock, and at the end, they got a wide open look.
Tough shot. Hand in his face. LaVine knocks down the 3.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing.
LaVine. To Wendell Carter. Nice pass to set things up. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Gets to the basket and scores.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
Derrick Rose. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
That's the length at his spot for Otto Porter. Man on him, he still buries it.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Pistons ball here. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Rose into the front court. 5-point game. He gets it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Levine. Can't connect. Korver to Griffin. Off the assist.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
And count the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here comes the screen. Rose's shot off the iron, no good. To Young. Fires the three, and Thaddeus Young still gets it to go with the defense closing out.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Levine to Young. Thaddeus Young, 3 for 4. Good start.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Rose into the front court. Down 8. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Wendell Carter. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. New blood coming in for both sides. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The results, he's going to the line.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
And he hits the second. Three for 3. Nice. Jackson with it. 9-point margin. Lauri Markkanen able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Gets a shot up off the mark. Beyond the arc for 3. Won't go down. Jackson with it. His team down 9. To Luke Kennard. And scores, plus the foul. Andre Drummond is going to the line, where he's gotten better as a shooter and a chance at 3.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Free throw up and good as he finishes off the 3-point play. The lead is down to 6. To Porter. Here's a chance from long range. Oh, he's 3 for 3 to start this game from downtown.
Nothing the defense is doing is making him uncomfortable. As an offensive guy, I love starting the game, finding my rhythm.
Jackson to Korver. Fires the 3. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Referee blows the whistle. Jump ball coming. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Luke Kennard up against Porter. To Drummond. The big fella, Andre Drummond. He's now 4 for 6.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Reggie Jackson. Able to convert inside.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Young. Shot won't go.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
And count the basket inside.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Jackson. To Drummond. Doesn't have the touch. No good. To Young. And scores.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Porter. Fine to shoot for the Bulls. A bad pass as the Pistons come away with it. Missed it. How'd that not go down?
Sometimes in this game, the shots don't fall. You have to get yourself to the next play, though. That's the most important thing.
To Porter from long range. On fire to start this one. 4 threes in this first quarter alone.
And I love this offense in the playbook. It's called give him the ball and get out the way.
To Drummond. Jackson. And the 2. The finish at the rim for Drummond. Now whistle. We'll get a timeout called by Chicago as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. To Chris Dunn. Lets it fly from long range. That's what you like to see. Dunn, it was well defended, finds a way to hit the 3.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
To Reggie Jackson. Deep 2 there, won't go. To Chris Dunn for 3. He made his first effort, but not that time. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. To Young. Zach LaVine. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
To Drummond. Whoa, what a finish. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Nice pass to set things up.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Chicago possession. To Markkanen. No good. Defense catching a break there.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lanes, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Here comes the screen. Levine. It goes down.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Oh, bad pass, and the Bulls have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
To Markkanen. That's no good. Alonzo Trier. To Jackson. It's Carter with the rebound. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Zach LaVine. 4-3. Pistons have the rebound. Jackson with it. Trailing by 14. Here comes the screen. Jackson to Alonzo Trier. Going to launch beyond the arc. And he knocks it down, Jay.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Bulls with the basketball. To Wendell Carter. Wendell Carter powers it through.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Whistle stops play, and we'll get a timeout here for Detroit as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Team shops, including the fan favorite throwback jerseys. Get one
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Jackson, deep left corner. Has a chance. Goaltending's called. Count the bucket. Bulls have it. Dunn to Markkanen. And a nice finish at the rim.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Jackson with it. His guys currently down by 13. Here comes the screen. Has a look. Reggie Jackson, not that time. Dunn to Wendell Carter. A fundamental shot right there.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Levine. Screen coming. To Levine. Fires the three. Zach LaVine forcing that one there. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Jackson to Korver. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. You need a brick wall to defend this guy. One of the best in the game, Kyle Korver.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Dunn to Zach LaVine. Nothing going here on that drive. And Pachulia there to grab the rebound. Jackson with it. Down 12. To Korver. Jackson. To Korver. Trying to cash in. Reggie Jackson, not that time. To Wendell Carter. To Levine. Beyond the arc for three. Tough shot for Markkanen. No good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Alonzo Trier to Korver. Alonzo Trier to Reggie Jackson. Here's a chance from long range. Defense was ready. Reggie Jackson unable to hit. To Chris Dunn. Levine to Chris Dunn. Fires the three. Tough shot there for Chris Dunn. No good. Jackson with it. Down a dozen. To Korver. Alonzo Trier to Korver. From long range. Off the mark. No good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Now the Pistons going to use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Thaddeus Young with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Out of bounds, last touch by the Pistons. Blake Griffin with a piece. That one's going to be out of bounds. Five seconds to shoot. Has a chance. Drummond snares the rebound. Pistons have it. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
The drive right to the basket to Wendell Carter. Short jumper won't go down. Alonzo Trier to Rose. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Sets him up, throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
And when people talk about vision, people usually talk about the vision to make the pass. But how about seeing the chaos in the traffic before the pass even occurs? That's next level vision. How can I catch people out of position defensively? That's what we saw in that last possession.
And a whistle.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Griffin to Rose. Has a look. Rosie's shot no good. To Zach LaVine. Lets it fly from long range. LaVine justifying the big bucks with the three.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Nice finish at the rim.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Rose to Griffin. For three, buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Oh, nice find for the basket.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Porter. 4-3. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. LaVine. To Young. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Thaddeus Young. It's good off the quick release.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense. You can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Screen coming. Alonzo Trier. Griffin. Fires the three. Carter comes away with it. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And the rebound taken down by Griffin. Korver to Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Andre Drummond pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Beyond the arc for three. Rebound Drummond. Knocked loose. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Here's a chance from long range. Buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
20-footer at the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Bulls will start the second half with a decent lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible, and if they can keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Chicago Bulls. The Pistons are down at halftime and in need of some momentum. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Assists.
What you see on screen is how this team was able to gain its competitive advantage, doing what's necessary for the lead.
Player of the half.
The film speaks for itself. He's definitely the player of the half. Now he just got to give an encore to get his team to win.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Chicago basketball. To Wendell Carter. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
Ed, I get it. I know why Indiana fans love Thaddeus Young. He's that guy that just shows up to work every day and is going to outwork you, outgrind you. They don't make players like that anymore.
And he's going to the free throw line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Derrick Rose at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. And gets both to drop at the line.
Way to hit. Way to hit.
That's me. I got ball.
Porter against the former MVP.
Wait on it. My ball. My ball.
Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Porter. To Levine. Porter. That breaks the streak after 5 straight makes. It's no good.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
To Zach Levine. Fires the 3. Not getting the bounce. Rose into the front court. His guys down big to Drummond. And he'll go to the foul line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Andre Drummond has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. Bulls with it.
I'm on D.
Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
And he connects on the first free throw. 2 for 2 on that trip. Rose into the front court. Down a bundle. Thaddeus Young snatching it out of the air. And draws contact. So, it's Griffin going to the line for 2.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
First try at the line, no good. Knocks down the second after missing the first.
See, you've been working on your game.
Chicago with the possession. To Levine from long range. Zach Levine forcing that one there. Well defended.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Rose into the front court. He'll run the offense. Zach Levine sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Rose. To Griffin.
Come on your right. Come on your right.
Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Blake Griffin, a couple of free throws on the way. Shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. Second one goes. It's a 1 of 2 trip. He shoots, off the mark. Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Drummond. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Bulls with the rock. To Zach Levine. Zach Levine doing what he does best.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Griffin. Deep left corner. To Alonzo Trier. Knocked loose. Detroit with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from long range. Good contest. No dice for Trier. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. Substitution being made in this one. Young. Keep on trying. Shot's no good there.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots.
Stuffs it down with authority.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
For 3, oh, he couldn't get it to go.
When you have cold shooting like this in the second half, you have to find other ways to score than just relying on the three-point shot. Maybe try turning that corner off that PNR and getting to the rack.
To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Spins away from the defender. Sweet move. Gets it in the left corner. To Levine. 4-3. Zach Levine. He's going to get 3 shots here. For his career, 82%. And hits the first free throw. Knocks down the second free throw. And he hits all 3 free throws. Terrific vision. Turns, hops, and finishes. The abuse at the rim for Blake Griffin. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
It's good, and 1.
Oh, that was a big-time shot, but more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
Thaddeus Young with a chance at a 4-point play. For his career, 67%. Oh, he can't connect. To Griffin. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Right now, the Pistons have the basketball. To Drummond. Cruises inside for 2.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
To Young. Levine. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Zach Levine, tough make that time, but you can't fault the defender as he hits the 3.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough 2s, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Spins and scores.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
Luke Kennard slams it down. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Fires the 3. That's how you defend. Korver. Down low for Jackson. Reggie Jackson. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Rebound Korver. It's Detroit's ball to Griffin. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Griffin lets it fly from beyond the arc, buries it on the catch and shoot.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Andre Drummond, huge block.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Now the Bulls will take the timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. To Chris Dunn, around the perimeter. Short jumper misses.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
To Griffin. And the reward, he's going to the line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Blake Griffin at the line for 2 shots, shooting 50%, some yes, some no, in this contest. First one, count it. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Rose on the drive, but it won't go down. And scores, plus the foul. Andre Drummond is going to the line, where he's gotten better as a shooter and a chance at 3.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Andre Drummond at the line for a chance at a 3-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. And he misses that one free throw. Reggie Jackson, not that time.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Swallowed up by Drummond. Jackson to Drummond. Jackson. Rebound taken in by Chicago. To Young. Beyond the arc for 3, and knocks it down.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Shot from the lane won't go. To Wendell Carter. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Here's a chance from long range. They dared him, and he burns them.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Thaddeus Young trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's struggled so far. Can't convert the free throw. to Luke Kennard. And the slam.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Wide open. Too easy. You can't give him that look.
I mean, this is something everybody can relate to in their lives. It's happened to me while doing broadcasts as well. Sometimes you're physically there, but mentally you're nowhere to be found. We obviously saw one of those same things happen on the court.
Jackson with it. Trailing by 14. Right time. Right player.
Can't teach height.
Out of bounds. Last touch by the Pistons. To Wendell Carter. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Fires the three. That one off the mark. It's no good. To Zach LaVine. Layup goes down. Well done.
A two-time dunk champion, I love watching Zach LaVine play. But you can't become obsessed with just attacking the rim. You have to continue to expand your game and really give Chicago that lead guard that they haven't had since D. Rose.
Now ready to shoot at the line.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Reggie Jackson has got 2 shots coming. A career 85% free throw shooter. Knocks down the second after missing the first. Jackson with it. His guys down big. To Korver from long range. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Lets it fly from long range. Now that's a contest.
Okay. I know you were knocking down everything in the first half, but that's not the case so far in the second. Maybe it's time to start executing your offense.
No, Carter with the rejection.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Kennard to Jackson. Ball's out. Last touch by Zach LaVine. So it stays with Detroit. Jackson. For 3. Had made his first 3, but that shot off the mark. End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's no good. Not sure what he was thinking there.
We call some of these players practice players. You know, the guys that make 5 out of 10 shots in practice, but then all of a sudden they're not gamers because then they're making 1 of 10. That's exactly what you want him to do. You want him to take those kind of shots.
To the rim. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Count the bucket for 2.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Korver to Reggie Jackson. Goes to the left side. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim. No good. That is no good. Very curious shot selection right there. The possession in favor of Detroit. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. straight on three. At the buzzer, the Bulls take this one. They've jumped out in front, 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls came away with the victory in this one. And more often than not, they were hitting the three when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard, 3 at a time. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Chicago Bulls. The Pistons didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Detroit Pistons.
Game track. Defense.
The Chicago Bulls put under pressure defensively in this game. And in return, they put back some blocks and steals on the stat sheet. Not only that, they put a W in the win column. And that's everyone's favorite stat.
Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
This has been a presentation of ESPN on